Good morning.
Morning, Tony. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Right, I'm at a roll at the moment. Just treat me as your pupil that you thought right from the beginning, yeah?
So, right from the beginning?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah?
Okay.
Don't worry if you make any mistakes. I will try and get you to realise the mistake yourself. If you don't, then I'll tell you, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go on the roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good morning.
Come on.
Are you alright?
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, looking forward to my lesson today, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. So am I okay, that's fine. Alright. So do you remember what we done last week?
Yeah, we done loads of junctions, didn't we? Roundabouts, junctions.
Yeah, that's right. And how were you feeling about them by the end of the lesson?
In what way?
And how confident were you feeling out if you had to rate yourself, 1 out of 10, 10 being obviously confident, 1 being not so confident?
I think at the end I rated myself about 7.5.
Yeah, because we started with a 2, didn't we?
Yeah,
You said
we
you
did,
wasn't
yeah.
very...
Yeah.
Yeah, you was quite nervous to start off with, wasn't you? Yeah. Alright, would you like to carry on with that lesson plan today? Or would you like to try something else?
I think I've done well enough for junctions.
Yep.
You gave me, you showed me some pictures and diagrams of crossings, pedestrian crossings.
That's right, yes. And did you go have a look further into it?
You want me to be honest?
Yeah.
No.
Nah. Alright, that's fine, no worries.
I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, we'll go over that today then.
I was out clubbing every night.
Is it clubbing every night? Alright. That's right, no worries. You're not over the limit then, not now.
No,
are you?
I wasn't clubbing last night.
Oh, that's right then. Alright, cool. Alright, so as a pedestrian yourself, what types of crossings do you use?
I've used the ones where you walk up to
Yeah.
and you have to stand there for ages for people to stop.
Okay. Yeah.
I've used the ones where you have to press a button.
Yeah.
There's 2 types of them that I've used. One, you get a green and a red man, and when the green man comes on you cross.
Yeah.
And I've used another one that says wait,
Okay.
and then when the wait sign goes out,
Yeah.
I think it bleeped.
Alright. What do you think the 2 differences are between the crossings?
One's got a wait sign and one hasn't.
Yeah, that's right. One's a pelican and one's a pedestrian. Puffin. Puffin, yeah. So one's a puffin and one's a pelican.
Yeah.
Do you know which one's which?
Not really, no.
No, alright. So, okay, the pelican is the one with the flashing amber. So, do you know when you press the button?
Oh yeah, I do remember.
And then the wait sign comes on?
Yeah.
And that's a pelican. And the other one is a puffin crossing. And that's controlled by a sensor.
Yeah.
And that is the one with the stickman that use the little person with the green and red man that comes on. Yeah. So that's a puffin.
And I've also, when I come out of the station in the evening, after I get the train down from London,
Okay.
where I cycle out of the station,
Yep.
it's got a box with a picture of a pedestrian and a bike.
A bike, right.
And if somebody already hasn't hit the button, I hit the button. If the bike's green,
Yep.
I can cycle straight out.
Alright, what type of crossing do you think that is?
I think I remember that one because that's quite easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 can use it. I think it's called a 2. They're called after birds, aren't they?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a toucan crossing.
Yeah.
You're correct there. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah, they're the 3 main types, day-to-day driving that you'll come across. So you'll have obviously normal traffic lights.
Yeah.
You'll have your toucan crossings, your pelican and puffin crossings.
Yeah.
So they're the main types of crossing that we will obviously come across.
All right.
So yeah, are you happy with that?
Do you always have to cross at a crossing?
Do you always have to cross at a crossing?
'Cause sometimes I can never find one.
I mean, so for instance, just say you're crossing this road. Do you mean like that, or?
Yeah, there's no crossing here.
Yeah, I mean, how would you know when it's safe to cross here?
I'd use my green cross code.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what's that then?
Look right, left and right, listen,
Yeah?
and then walk across.
Yeah, that's what you do here, yeah. Because
Yeah.
obviously there's no, there's no crossing here, is there?
Yeah.
Also, before we set off, what other types of crossings are there that we're going to come across, on a driving basis kind of thing? So, obviously we've got our traffic lights. What other types of crossings are there?
Not too sure.
Have you ever used, as a pedestrian yourself, the zigzags? Like, when obviously there's a orange, there's like a black pole, isn't there, with like black and white zigzags across the pole with an amber beacon on top, and zigzags on the actual crossing.
I've seen the zigzags only on them crossings then.
Yes, so like a zebra crossing.
Just that road.
Yeah.
Controlled crossings and uncontrolled crossings.
Okay, that's an uncontrolled crossing, is it? Yeah.
Will both have zigzag lines on them. Yeah, 15 yards either side.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So zebra crossings. That's another type of crossing. Which is an uncontrolled crossing.
Yeah. I learn more from doing, really. We can sit here and talk for ages, and
that's fine.
It goes out of my head as soon as I get moving.
No, that's fine. No worries. I thought just recap a few crossings before we set off.
I should have done a bit of study, shouldn't I?
No, that's fine. No worries. We'll obviously go over them today. So, how confident are you feeling? If you had to, out of a scale of 1 to 10, obviously 10 being confident, how confident are you feeling?
About 2.
About 2. All right, that's fine. And what's the aim for the lesson?
Yeah, I feel about 2.
If you feel about 2, and why do you feel about 2?
Well, I've never actually used any as a driver.
All right.
I don't want to kill anybody.
All right, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. So you won't need to worry too much about that, because obviously we'll approach each crossing with, with due care. Obviously, we'll see. We'll take each crossing. We'll go. How much help would you like from me on each crossing?
Need a full talk through, really.
Need a full talk to. That's not a problem. All right, so just before we drive off, who's responsible for everyone inside and outside the vehicle?
I am.
That's right. And if there is any danger caused, I will have to intervene. Obviously take control by the steering wheel or foot brake, and we'll obviously pull over into a safe place and discuss what went wrong.
Right.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, so just out of roll.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be nice to find out from me what I'm aiming to get at the end of this lesson today?
Alright, yeah. So what's the aim by the end of the lesson?
The same as it was last week and every other subject we've done.
Yeah.
And to be able to do that subject by the end of the lesson with little or no help from you.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah?
Sounds good, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Is that it?
Yeah.
Drive off when you're ready then.
Got your seatbelt on?
Yeah.
I'm responsible.
Yeah. Turning rights. Slow down, Tony. Drop your speed down.
30 along here.
Drop your speed down to 15 here, please. Is it safe to 30 here?
No, I wouldn't fancy going 30 around this bend.
And why would you say You wouldn't do 30 round the bends.
I might have a job stopping if somebody comes the other way.
That's right. So what would be the appropriate speed to do on this road?
Probably what I'm doing at the moment, about 13.
That's right, yes.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's right.
End of the road, right?
End of the road, turn right, please. First gear, please, Tony. Why is it, I mean, obviously, why wouldn't we put into second gear to take off at a junction?
Oh, I might stall.
Yeah, that's right.
And turning right?
And turning right at the end of the road.
Yeah, but learners stall all the time. It's not a big problem, is it?
Yeah, it's not a problem. I mean, what could be the dangers, I mean, obviously, of stalling?
I did have that
All
car
the time.
nearly hit me once when I stalled, didn't I?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'm going now.
Just wait there.
Oh, first.
Is it clear to go?
Yeah?
Yeah. And what's the, we went over it a few weeks ago. Do you remember what's the safe distance? Whether to know whether to pull out a crossing or not?
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, you're fine with that?
7.5 last week on that.
Yeah, that's right.
Turning left.
And turning left. Must we be able to do by pulling out from, do you remember the curbs we said?
Oh, I know all that.
Yeah?
And turning left.
And turning left. So we'll be able to walk from one curb to the other curb, is that right?
Yeah, I learned, yeah. I thought I'd done really well on that last week.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
30 along here, isn't it?
Is it safe to do 30?
No, oh no, it's not. Appropriate speed, isn't it?
Appropriate speed, yeah. And why is it not safe to do 30 again here in this road?
And if one of these vans moved away or somebody walked out,
That's right.
I wouldn't have time to stop, would I?
So that bend's pretty sharp, isn't it?
Right?
That bend can't really have a clear view of what's around the corner, do we?
And turning left.
And turning left. So
Would it be okay just to roll into first gear as I come up to the white line? So I don't forget it.
I mean, yeah. So what do you mean? So if you're on third gear and obviously you stop, so brake, yeah.
So before I stop, just roll into first gear about
So I
car's
mean,
length or so away.
the appropriate way to do it would be just say you're on second or third gear. You come up to obviously the end of the cross, so and to the junction. As soon as you approach, you would brake. You would bring your speed down to about 10 miles an hour, then 5, and obviously brake, and then obviously put it into gear once.
So roll it. So put it in just some rolling up to the give way or the stop line.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what you mean by roll it in. I mean,
No, I mean I'm rolling.
what do you mean by coasting? Would
Yeah.
you clutch? Oh, just roll it in. Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, yeah.
Roundabout, we're going to turn left.
The roundabout we're turning left.
First exit.
First exit. Hold on, good use of mirrors there. Right. So what do we see ahead, Tony?
I see a blue car down the road.
Okay, it's a bit late now, but that crossing.
What? can see it.
Okay, that's fine, no problem.
We're going to turn left.
I'm going to turn left.
Just get me to pull over on the left.
I've just put over on the left. For me. There we go. Yeah.
Just come out a roll a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, you asked me what I could see.
Yeah, that was a bit late. Yeah, I know.
No, hang on a sec.
Yeah.
Is that a full talk through?
No, it wasn't. No.
No?
I didn't. To be honest, I didn't even see the what's it called? The crossing soon around the corner. I forgot about it.
Yeah, go back to your part 2.
Yeah.
You've got to be out there sitting on the bonnet. You've got to be seeing everything a lot earlier than your pupils, yeah?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
So what kind of... How could you have helped me to identify that uncontrolled crossing?
So obviously whilst approaching on the roundabout, could I say, okay, we're coming up to uncontrolled crossing, also known as a zebra crossing.
Well, that's too much. You're not going to have time to get all out.
Alright, so you see the beacons, that's a not...
well,
that's a crossing.
what did the beacon sit on?
On a pole?
What colour is the pole?
Black, I think. Black.
Black and white.
Black and white, yeah.
So do you see the black and white poles with the Venetian, with the yellow Venetian beacons on top?
Yeah.
That's a control crossing.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
What do I need to do afterwards?
So obviously we identified there's a...
Yeah, nothing obvious.
Yeah.
To a learner, yeah?
Yeah, quite, that's fine. And so the next thing we do obviously and say, right, we're going to scan left and right to see if there's anyone in the crossing.
Have a think about...
Check your mirrors first.
Yeah.
Check your mirrors, that's the first thing we're going to do.
Why do we check the mirrors first?
You check your mirrors to see if anyone's behind you, so we have obviously sufficient time to make any break in time or to see... so if you
why is it really important to check the mirrors early?
So you know what you're doing. So obviously you know.
What if I've got somebody very close behind me?
Then obviously.
And I've got a pedestrian standing there waiting to cross.
So if you obviously identify it, the crossing early, you could see if you start braking in good time, it'll obviously let the driver know behind that you're obviously braking for the.
Yeah, how am I letting the driver know behind?
By braking, with the brake lights.
Brake lights, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, that was my fault there, yeah.
And then what's the next thing I do?
So obviously after the mirrors,
yeah,
brake, and obviously if it's what's it called? If the crossings, you start scanning on the crossing to see scan.
Right.
That's the next step.
Driving along here, could you not be giving me any information about the crossings?
Alright, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're obviously nervous, what would I say to you then? I mean, because you said yours was a 2, so what would I say? What would I say?
Yeah, but I'd like to be 5, 6, 7 or an 8 at the end, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Turning left.
Okay, turn left.
And just get me to stop on the left.
Just pull up on the left for me when you're ready. That'll do, yeah.
So remember, we had a chat before we went on camera.
Yeah.
And we talked about what's involved in pedestrian crossings, yeah?
Yeah.
What's 15 yards either side of the pedestrian crossing?
Zig-zag lines.
Yeah. So could you, when we were coming up that road and I didn't have very much to do, could you not
say, okay,
give me any information on the zigzag lines?
Alright, what shouldn't we do in a zigzag line?
Well, that's a question, isn't it?
Okay.
So what have I asked you for?
A full brief.
A full...
Alright, that's fine. Okay,
a full talk through, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, so on...
Yeah, obviously,
it's a bit...
it'd be better off done on the move, yeah?
Alright, okay.
End of the road left.
End of the road left.
Roll into first view. Oh, that's easier. Can't forget it. Go on then, now roll. What information you want to give?
All right, so on crossings, for example, a zebra crossing, if you take that for example, there are zigzag lines on both sides of the crossing, so we're on one side and the other side as well. So that obviously indicates we mustn't park on there, or we shouldn't stop on the crossing itself. We shouldn't stop on the crossing, but if you can't park there or overtake on a crossing, the reason for that is if it's obviously
we're going to turn left.
Okay, we're going to turn left. Alright, so just after this roundabout, we're approaching the zebra crossing now. So we start by checking our mirrors first.
Where's the crossing?
This crossing there with the post. Can you see the amber flashing beacon? Is that late again? Okay, just pull up on the left. I think that's a bit too close though, like.
Sorry?
I think that's a bit too close to do a full introduction on.
What do you mean too close?
So obviously by the time I say check your mirrors, is literally the crossings are.
The first thing you have to do
Yeah.
is you've got to help your pupil to identify crossings, yeah?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah. Oh yes, yeah.
You know, so you knew the crossing was coming up,
Mm-hmm.
because you not have said you're going to see black and white poles
Black and
with
white
flashing
poles.
beacons on top.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
yeah.
That's an uncontrolled crossing.
Alright.
Yeah?
Mhm.
We're going to check our mirror.
Mhm.
Going to scan. Yeah?
Yeah.
And you've just started to talk about the zigzags.
Mhm.
And obviously you've done the right thing coming up to the roundabout. You backed off. Let me deal with the roundabout. But don't forget and finish off about the zigzags.
Yeah.
Yeah? Relax, breathe. And we're going to turn left.
I'm gonna turn left.
Yeah, zigzag lines you were talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so we can't park on the zigzag lines. The reason for that, why do you think the reason for that would be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Obviously, we won't be able to park on the zigzag lines, on the actual zigzags. Is obviously because if you do park on the lines, for example, the pedestrians, they won't have a clear view of what's in front. That's right, yeah. So the pedestrians, they won't have obviously a clear view on what's, if there's a car overtaking you, or what's ahead of them, like a car coming down the road.
Oh.
And we mustn't park on a zigzag line. Why do you think we shouldn't park on a zigzag?
You just told me why I mustn't park.
What's the other
Turning
one?
left.
Overtake. Why shouldn't we overtake on a zigzag?
It's perfectly safe to me.
Yeah. Alright, yeah, we shouldn't overtake. Just say a pedestrian might see something that we may not see. Does that make sense? So,
Turning left.
and turning left.
Just out of roll.
Yeah.
Is it possible that if I overtook, the vehicle I'm overtaking could be stopped to let a pedestrian cross?
So what's that? So, yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'm back in roll.
Yeah, so that's that.
Keep going with the information.
Alright, yeah, so obviously we can't overtake on a crossing. They say pedestrians,
Yeah. Okay.
if a pedestrian's obviously walking out on the road, they may see another car that we may not see, or if we're overtaking another car's, you know, if we just say we're parked there and a car's overtaking us on an actual crossing, it could obviously cause problems for the cars in front.
And turning left.
And turning left. Right, so if you just go slow around this corner, see if it's clear ahead.
Slow?
Not very slow, but so I'm just going to identify the crossing. You see the amber beacon flashing there? So that's a zebra crossing. So we're going to check our mirrors now. See if it's clear, scan across. Well done.
You mean the amber beacons on top of them black and white posts?
That's right, yeah. Did you see them?
Yeah.
That's right, that's fine.
And turning left?
That's turning left. Yeah, so as we're approaching the crossing, the first thing we do is obviously identify the crossing. So on every zebra crossing, there would be beacons on top of the pole, which identify there's a zebra crossing there. Once we identify that, the next thing we do is check our mirrors. The reason why we check our mirrors, that's fine. Yeah, the reason why we check our mirrors is to see obviously a distance for the vehicle behind, and we scan across. So if you break into 3 steps,
if I have a car behind me and there's a pedestrian on the crossing, I have to stop anyway, haven't I?
That's right, yes. That's why we scan. So and turning right.
So why do I have to check the mirror? If there's somebody behind me, I've got to stop anyway.
So it lets the person behind us know.
How?
By our brake lights that we're preparing to stop.
Do I brake later or do I brake earlier?
You brake earlier. Stop there. Okay.
We got one of them signs where we live, where I live.
Alright, what do you think that is?
School.
School, and what do we normally see on schools?
It's a place of learning.
That's right, and on the right, we normally tend to see the people in reflective jackets, like a lollipop man or a lady. Do you ever see them?
I have, and I've been to school, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That is another type of, we could take that as a crossing really, so obviously she'll display the stop sign, and so we'll take that the same way as we're taking a crossing. So obviously
it's a funny place to put a set of traffic lights, isn't it?
Why do you think they would put a set of traffic lights there?
I don't know, it's no junction.
How would the kids obviously cross to make it a safe place for them to have a crossing?
What crossing?
A pelican.
I'm stop on the left.
No, stop on the left.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was good you brought up the lollipop person, yeah?
Yeah.
But what was ahead of us that was more of a priority at that point?
What was ahead of us?
Sorry?
Yeah.
What was ahead of us?
I don't know what was ahead of us.
Sorry?
The actual crossing itself, like...
the first controlled crossing we've come across, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what should you have done?
Talk through it.
Prioritised. Yeah?
I forgot about that.
Yeah? You can always come back to the lollipop people, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Make sense?
Yeah.
Back in road.
Yeah, drive when you're ready.
Should I drive on?
Yeah, drive when you're ready, yeah. Not now, stop. Stop. Where do we check our...
Oh, I always check it.
Yeah. So just before we move off, we check.
Yeah.
Yep. type, you can expect to see a lollipop man or a lady in a reflective jacket.
Just the reflective jacket, is that what gives them the authority to stop me?
No, the sign, the stop sign they hold.
Oh, I didn't know that. Sure.
Have you ever seen the stop sign they hold?
I think I remember from school days, yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 5 years ago, it was a long time. Given a lot of information about these controlled crossings along here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't really got much work to do, have I?
I don't know what to say to you about crossings.
What's the difference between a pelican and a puffin?
What's the difference between a pelican and a puffin? Obviously, you said you're not very confident, so I don't want to give you a full lecture on it.
I need information now, don't
All right.
I? Get out on the bonnet and look well ahead. What do you say?
All right. Okay, sure. I can see that. What do we see ahead? The amber lights.
Oh yeah.
The hand flashing. That's the zebra crossing.
Black and white post.
So we start checking our mirrors now.
Yeah.
So check your mirror.
Oh, sorry.
The mirror. Yeah, that's right. Is that right?
Oh, no,
So start. Yeah.
Oh, we stopped on its own.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Get ready to move off. Why do we stop there? Obviously, after we check our mirrors, what do we do? Scan, don't we?
I didn't stop at all.
Yeah. After we stop, we scan. Scan this crossing. See if any pedestrians.
I'm going to turn right.
And we're turning right.
Turning right.
And turning right. Right again. So if you see the amber flashing light at the beacons on the poles, so that's a crossing. So we start checking the mirror again. Scan across.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll carry on going.
And we're going to stop on the left.
And we're going to stop on the left.
At the crossing back there where the pedestrian was crossing.
Okay, yeah.
I never touched the brake.
Oh, I did.
And then when I went to use the brake,
yeah.
I felt my pedal had already gone down.
Alright, I braked there for you. The reason was just to obviously stop before the crossing. As there were people, people on the crossing at that time, weren't they?
Was I going too fast to?
Yeah.
Brake myself. Was I?
Yeah.
Was I?
Where? I mean, obviously on the next question I'll show you. Where should we be stopping?
I was just going for the brake and then the pedal had disappeared.
All right, that's fine. I think I just.
Yeah.
All right. So that's good. You had in mind to just brake, obviously, before the crossing. So.
Yeah, just let me ask you a question out of roll, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm your pupil and I'm down the pub tonight, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to my mates, cool, my instructor's got a great car. If you don't brake, it brakes itself. What are they going to say to me?
I don't know, I think you're stupid or something.
They're going to say you're a plonker. And your instructor is working the pedals for you.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
What did you say to me at the very beginning of the lesson?
Talk through.
That if I have to take any physical or verbal action, what would you do?
Forgot about that. Yeah, I'll put you in a safe place and talk you through it.
But did you have to take any physical action there? You didn't, did you?
Did I? Yeah, I did, didn't I? Touch the brake.
Why?
Because I thought you was going a bit too fast for the crossing.
Why did you not talk me through it?
Forgot about that. Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
Drive on?
Yeah.
start a roll. You sometimes check after me and sometimes you don't, yeah?
Okay.
And I'm turning left. Should you check every time after I check my blind spot?
Yeah, yeah. I should check my shoulder, yeah.
How much information did you give me coming along that road about crossings? Sorry? You mean not a lot, not a word. Yeah?
Yeah.
Why not talk about the controlled crossings?
Yeah.
What's the difference between the light sequence on a Pelican and a Puffin?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Sorry?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what is the difference?
Well, one flashes, one doesn't. One's controlled by a sensor, one's button press. Or both button press.
And what does the flash mean to me?
Or the amber flashing?
Yeah.
It's a Pelican.
Yeah, but what does it mean to me as a driver?
Get ready to either, get ready to go.
So I can't go until the light goes green.
You can go in the flash number if it's clear.
What do I have to do if somebody's still on the crossing?
Obviously, then you stop. But
yeah, take the word obviously out of it because you're assuming too much, yeah?
yeah.
Yeah, but somebody's still on the cross and have to wait, even if the lights go green. Yeah?
I have to. Okay.
Is there any way I can tell that somebody's pressed the button?
Yeah, the lights illuminate on the side.
What side?
On the actual box. On the crossing, not the weights. The little box.
Can I see the boxes when I'm driving?
Should be, yeah. Sometimes. Yeah, most of the times you can, yeah.
On which side of the road can I see the box?
So, no, right side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right side, yeah, right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what am I looking for in those boxes?
If the weight sign or the stick thing, like the green logo, is illuminated.
Stick?
Whatever it's called, what's it called? The logo, the person, stickman. You're a stickman, isn't it?
Right, so on a Pelican crossing,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, which are gradually being phased out now,
Yeah.
you got the wait sign.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody presses that button and walks away, will the lights still change?
No.
They will.
It will, yeah, but
Yeah.
it won't be straight away kind of thing. Just
But I can tell somebody's pressed the button, yeah?
yeah.
If I come up to a Puffin crossing,
Yeah. There's sensors control, so
I'll probably see the red man,
uh-huh.
and if somebody presses the button,
Yeah.
what illuminates when they press the button?
The weight logo,
No.
doesn't it? For sure.
Either a red light comes on around the button, or it's very normal for just below the button for a little red light to come on, yeah?
That's hard for a driver to see, isn't it?
It can be seen.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty, good. Okay.
As you'll see down the road when we get near one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tells me somebody's pressed the button, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would I know it's a toucan crossing?
There's a bicycle on there.
Yeah, how would I know?
You check the box again.
And what would be on the box?
Probably like a bicycle sign. Like a, yeah.
Just a bicycle?
And people as well, like the stickman. And the person as well.
Yeah, picture of a pedestrian, yeah?
Yeah, pedestrian.
Yeah? So, is a cyclist any more dangerous than a pedestrian?
Cyclists are more dangerous because they can come on the road quicker than a pedestrian can.
Yeah. Could be Bradley Wiggin cycling across there, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Could be, yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah? Shall I draw man?
Yeah, when you're ready, yeah.
School crossing.
Yeah, again, so school crossing. So what do we expect to see? Obviously not now, but in school times.
Oh, a lollipop person
That's
wearing a very long reflective jacket and carrying a big stick.
that's right. And what must we do if she shows us the stop sign?
She walks out to the road and
And what should we do?
stop.
That's right. All right, we're approaching.
Right, we're just going to stop before we get to the school sign, yeah? There's no school today. Look at the box on the right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah?
That's got a wait sign, so that'd be a pelican crossing. That's right, isn't it, pelican? Yeah. Right, so we're approaching the pelican crossing.
Has it got zigzag lines?
Has it got zigzag lines? Yes, the zigzag lines. Can you see the zigzag lines on the either side of the road? That's right. So we're gonna check our mirrors. Mirror scan across.
Yeah.
That's right. We'll keep moving.
I don't blame you if you're getting confused at that crossing there, because it's got
I hate crossings.
the old type box and it's got the new type box a little bit further up, yeah?
I don't really like it, yeah.
When I was out in the country with my mum the other day, I saw a horse crossing.
So a horse crossing.
Yeah,
Alright.
a horse rider.
Alright. And what do we do when you see a horse rider?
Well, they were crossing at a crossing, so I stopped.
Horse crossing?
Yeah.
What, the crossing at one of the pedestrian crossings?
Okay?
What, and a pedestrian crossing?
Yeah, it had a funny box up a lot further up the stick.
Alright, yeah, I think, okay, not think, but there is another type of crossing. But there's not many of them around, I don't think. Which are used for horses. Which, I haven't got a clue how they look. So if you look straight down ahead,
Yeah.
can you see the amber beacon flashing lights on top of the pole, on black and white pole?
I can, yeah.
That's right, yeah. So that's a zebra crossing. So we start checking mirrors now.
All right, yeah.
So if you drop your speed down to about 15 miles an hour, slow right down.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, that van doesn't
Slow.
like it.
Now keep going. Alright, sorry, I should have said 15, yeah. Okay. And scan across.
I wasn't going that fast anyway, was I?
No, you was going right. I should have said 15. I should have said about 12. Slow it down a little.
And turning right.
Turn right.
I think the important thing is not to speed up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Out roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, I hate these crossings, man.
Did you see the van behind us?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Didn't look too happy, did he?
That's right. You see. That one.
And turning right.
Turn right. Right again, so right again, so look ahead, you see zigzag lines
Yeah.
and the flashing lights, so we're going to check our mirrors, scan across, is it clear?
He won't get there before me, really.
No. Nicely done.
And turning left.
You should pull over the left in a safe place. What do you think? Alright, what happened? What happened there?
Where?
We had to take control of your steering wheel.
Oh, I didn't allow a doors width.
That's right. We went slightly close, didn't we, to the car?
Slightly.
Or a bit too close. What's the appropriate length, space, even we should be given?
Well, you told me a doors width if I've got the room,
That's right.
or if it's a narrow road, half a doors width with less speed.
That's right. And what's the separation distance where you think we had there?
I think I might have got a bit close.
That's right. Do you think we need to change our lesson plan to go over our separation distance again?
I think that was just a one-off.
Oh, you think that was a one-off?
Yeah, I just got a little bit distracted.
Alright, I'll keep an eye on that, and if it does happen again, we will obviously change our lesson plan. And
Right.
is that right?
Read. Yeah? How you feeling?
I hate them crossing, man.
Okay?
I hate these doing crossings.
Look. The important thing is,
Yeah.
you haven't long... It's not that long ago you passed your part 2, yeah?
Yeah. No, I did, but
Yeah?
messed it up there. Yeah.
You need
To
look at your driving essential skills
yeah.
and your highway code and know everything there is to need to know about pedestrian crossings, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? And then pass that information on to me, yeah?
Okay.
And when we came up this road about 6-7 times, yeah? Silence, yeah?
Alright.
You know, you could have been talking about the zigzag lines here, yeah?
Oh, okay.
And then if you'd have given me the information I needed, you know, for half an hour or 8, 9, 10 crossings, then we could have pulled over and you could have asked me how I felt. I might have said, oh, I feel a bit of 5 or a 6 now.
Okay.
You could then ask me what level of help I want from you now.
Yeah.
I may have said I'll have a go on my own.
Okay.
But that wasn't going to happen with the lack of information there, yeah? Yeah? Yeah, I know you're nervous, just keep cool.
No, it's just...
Eh?
no, I'm alright, I ain't nervous.
We'll talk about football.
I'm alright.
Today?
I'm good.
You didn't score yesterday, did you?
Hmm?
You didn't score yesterday, did you?
I scored too many.
Today?
Too many to count.
Yeah. Right, I'll give these cameras a rest. Any questions? Okay?
No. No questions. Any questions from you?
Okay?
Any questions from you?
Um,
Do you understand crossings now? Like I say, how confident are you now?
There wasn't enough information for
No.
for us to change the level of instruction at the moment, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to study everything about pedestrian crossings, yeah? Know them inside out, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just not enough information there, yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Make sense?
Yeah. Makes sense.
Don't worry, we'll come back to it. And when we come back to it, you'll do 100% better, won't you?
I'll be alright, yeah.
There is videos about pedestrian crossings on my YouTube site, isn't there?
I think so, yeah.
Say?
Yeah.
What do you mean you think so?
Yeah.
Say?
Yeah, I think I watched one a while back.
Well, I just done one last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. You on the right website?
I think so, yeah.
Very well done on handling the safety critical incident, yeah?
Which one?
Where I shaved the parked car.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Alright.
You took the right action. You pulled me over. You discussed it with me. And you suggested a lesson change plan, yeah? And that was good. I'll turn these off, then you can swear.
Bye, camera.